Good morning. Today is Wednesday. Today is an amazing day. The day God has made for me and you. And I'm going to go straight forward today. Um, I do believe all of us have been through the series, first, second, and third. Today is our fourth series, why you should buy your dream house. It is very, very important. This program is very, very important for all of you to pay attention to. It's one of the things that majority of people are thinking about, and it's one of the things also that you need to have courage. You need to have courage to make firm decision, because if you don't, sometimes it's very, very difficult or tedious for you to, make decision to take your first step. So today, my name is James Amo, host of Frimpson podcast. Our awareness and self improvement. So I'm going to talk about uh, the security of owning your own house, the security involved. We went through other benefits, creating wealth, um, you know, how your house will, build equity for you in the near future. It's one of the means of saving towards retirement. Um, you know, we've talked about it. And then now, why you should buy a house, why you should invest in real estate, the security involved is huge. The security involved in, uh, you know, living in your own house is so huge, such a way that um, it is hard to come by. The reasons why I'm saying that the security involved is, it is very, very difficult for you to find or see a homeowner desperately want to move out. It is very, very, very difficult. It happens, but it's one out of thousands. Homeowners are secure in their own homes. They are secure such a way that it's not like today, if they miss payment, the apartment manager is coming to put a sticker in front of your door and say, hey, you didn't pay your rent. If you don't pay your rent, get out of here, right? They will send you some threatening letters. They will take you to court. And then that alone can create some kind of high blood pressure. That alone, that particular notifications coming to you, sending you, sometimes they call, and then secondly, they come in and send you white, letter, and then before you realize it's some kind of, pink or some kind of letter, just to let you know that if you don't pay your rent on time, you'll be evicted, right? So it is very, very difficult for a homeowner to go through this, which implies that a homeowner is more secure. If you own your house, you are more secure than an apartment. Apartment, you can be evicted just because your children are making noise. If you're listening to me or you are watching this video, I do believe some of you guys have been through this. You can be evicted just because your children are making noise. And that is one of the things that is so upset such a way that you live on top of somebody and then the person keep on knocking your door. I want to sleep. Your children are making noise. Knock your door. Your music is too loud. Knock your door. Your footsteps is too pam 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 on this thing. I can't sleep. You know, you don't see this in your own home. You don't see how many visitors coming to visit you in your own home. Nobody comes and then tell you, hey, you have 2, 3, 4, 5 visitors every day or every week. So what is going on? You are creating, insecurity for your neighbors. You don't see this. You don't see this kind of behavior. You don't see this kind of thing. So it's very, very important for all of you. Those of you just came to the United States, mostly immigrants. Follow me, follow the channel, and then learn about why you should, and then how can you build yourself through real estate. How can you do it? And then learn about importance and then the benefits and where to get down payment assistance or where to get very good loan to support you buy your dream house. So it is one of the things that you need to pay attention to, because eviction rate in some cities like California, big cities, if you don't pay your rent just only 1 month, it's a reason to evict you. If you don't pay your rent within 30 days, it's a reason, it's a big reason for them to say, no, you are evicted. So it is very important for you to do what? To make sure that you do what? You buy something that is yours. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes we see the price tag and then think about paying it 30 years. Sometimes we think about it and say, oh my God, how am I going to pay this money in 30 years? I can't save. No, it's not. That one is just, something that discourages you. Forget about that. Forget about the number of years, because as a matter of fact, in the United States, how averagely homeowners live in their house, averagely every 5 years or maximum 7 years they move out. 5 years or 7 years they move out. So by living in your house 5, 7, 8 years, you can move. If you feel like the place is not for you, you can move out to another good location. Sell this one, grab your equity, that, equity we spoke about. Grab it, go and apply it towards another house, and then move on. Do not let some things scare you. Do not let some kind of, thinking, some kind of fear destroy your opportunity of owning your own house. So it is very, very important, and apart from security, owning your house, apart from being secure, knowing that you have a place, permanent place to live, having a place to call home all the time. Nobody can come to your house without even calling or giving you notification, or nobody can come to your house without your approval. You can, you you have so many opportunities. So apart from that, your privacy is so crucial. Your privacy. You own your house. Who can come to your house? No. I remember when I came to this country, first I was living in an apartment, and one day I was, inside my apartment. I think I came from work, watching television. It was around 7, 8 p.m. I wasn't expecting anybody to come to my apartment. I wasn't anybody to come and knock my door. And then all of a sudden, I heard someone trying to open the door. The good thing was I put my key in such a way that even if I sleep, no one can open it. So I heard someone trying to open it. Someone tried to open it. And then I went and then looked through, and then I realized that it was a man. And this man, I opened the door and I said, "So I'm a maintenance guy. I'm coming to do something in your apartment." And then I said, 8 p.m.? Coming to do what? So he looked on his sheet of paper, and then he found that, he realized that he, instead of the next apartment, he thought it was my apartment. So the security you have in your own home versus apartment is great. The privacy is great. It's really, 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 really great. So folks, if you live in an apartment, I'm not saying that living in an apartment is not good. Nope. Living in an apartment is really, really good. If you don't have the means, or maybe it's one of the, what I'm saying is one of the negative part of, small negative part of owning a home. If you don't have that energy to cut the glass, remove the snow, do outside maintenance, then apartment is really good for you. You know the reason. You know the reason. You won't regret living in an apartment. Actually, you'll be much more excited living in an apartment because, why? You don't have the strength to do that work. And probably you don't have enough resources to hire somebody to come and do it for you all the time. So it's good for you to live in an apartment. Or probably you live in a city that you can afford. It doesn't matter how much income, it's really hard for you to afford. Like you live in San Francisco, New York, California, other big states or cities, which housing market is so hard and the houses are too expensive. If you can't, yes, of course, you can live in your apartment. That is not a big deal. You have reason. But if you have the opportunity to buy, then I think it's very, very important. It's very, very, very important for you to make that decision. Because that decision is what is going to build you up. That decision is going to what is going to let you create some kind of wealth. Sometimes it's difficult for people to save. To save money is very, very difficult. If you have children, you have a job, and then you live in a city which housing prices are too high, or apartment is too high, sometimes it's very, very difficult, to save money. It's very, very difficult to save. So owning your house by paying your mortgage all the time. You see, anytime, those of you who own houses, just pay attention to this. If you receive your bill, monthly bill, take time to sit down and read the bill. You see your principal and interest, and then escrow and other things. Your principal and interest, the lender or the loan mortgage servicer will indicate how much is going to your interest and then how much is going to your principal. And then any amount going to your principal is your money. It's your savings. So let's say you pay $1,500 a month and $500 goes to the escrow every month, which means you have $1,000 towards principal and interest. And then $500 or $600 goes to the principal. The difference goes straight to your interest. You get what I'm saying? Or even if the highest part goes to your interest, goes to the interest, the difference goes to your principal. That's how it is. And it helps you save. So the more you live in the house, the longer you live in the house, the accurate payment you pay helps you build the kind of wealth you are looking for. So folks, it is very, very important for you to think about buying your house versus living in an apartment. If you can afford. If you can afford, it's very, very important. It's very, 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 very important. The security involved, the stable, and then the privacy is so amazing. Like last time I was talking with a guy, and then this guy, before he bought a house, I was just bothering him. I said, hey, buy a house. Buy a house. And then he's, oh, no, James, owning a house is headache, this and that and that and that. I said, you know what? Buy a house. You don't live in an apartment. You live in someone's single family townhouse. So why don't you buy your own? And he said, oh yeah, but well, and then one day, I don't know where he got his courage. He called me in and said, yes, I want to buy. We went through the process, and then we found him really beautiful house, nice, secluded neighborhood. He bought his house. And then you know what? Now, after 6 years, last time I met him at the gym, and then I said, hey, Mike, what's up? And he said, oh yeah, James, thank you so much. And we were talking, and he said, thank you so much for pushing. He was so excited for me pushing him to buy a house. And then I asked him, will you move back to townhouse? He said, hey, no. I'm not saying that you live in an apartment or townhouse is not good. It is. If you don't have the resources, you don't have the means, then it is really amazing. It's okay. But if you can afford, like Mike, the person that I was talking with, he was so excited. He said he will never, ever move back. And actually, he told me that he wanted to buy another house for rent. Through the equity in the house, he wants to use the equity to buy another house. What a wonderful, wonderful, bold decision he made. So it is very, very important, folks. This is going to conclude the fourth segment for today. I want you to be bold and then make courage decision so that you don't think, oh no, I'm afraid or this and that. No, just muster the courage and then put your mind that this is what I'm going to do. If you don't have the savings, you don't have enough income, work on it and then set a timeline, maybe a year or two. You will buy your own. And believe me, you will never, ever regret. Share the video, forward the videos with your friends, share it, and then join our program. Join our program. We have so many things to talk about. Actually, we will talk about title, home title. It's like car title, home title. I've invited one title company president, vice president actually. She will come and then talk, explain to everyone the importance of doing business even with them, and then important what you need to know, because if you are closing your transaction sorry, you have to know that there are some lists that pertaining to the buyer and then other side pertaining to the seller. So you need to know all this so that you don't make decision, you don't question your transaction. Thank you. Share the videos, forward it, and then we will meet another beautiful day. Thank you.